Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Thursday at Lapis Lakeside. It is Suicune Week 2, and overall this week has been going just okay. I rolled desserts, as many of you will know, and overall my team is mostly geared towards salads this far in the game. I have been a little bit unlucky with getting corn, eggs, and apples so far, but maybe in the future I can solve for that and not have this issue where I'm essentially just converting to an all-out berry strategy this week here on my primary account. And so that's essentially what's been going on this week. So we're gonna hop right into the sleep report. I don't remember if we have a Suicune encounter here. I think it is likely. So we just have to see what is going on here. I get a little bit confused now because I have two accounts. I almost bought Suicune biscuits on my free-to-play account yesterday and I already have an invested Suicune, so that was just whoa. So yeah, I don't know why my graph looks like this. I guess I'm just sleeping very strangely recently, and we got the snoozing type. It is Suicune week, and the most interesting sleep type to get is slumbering, because more or less all the water types, if not all of them, are slumbering. Now during event weeks like this one, you will get a couple Pokemon from the various sleep types, but you will get a majority of the actual sleep types. So Bulbasaur should be dozing, top belly. I'll take that candy any day. We got some more Slowbro candy. I'll take it. Got some Jigglypuff action going. Oh, wait, hang on. I thought I saw this Suicune. Seems to be a little bit of lag here today. I don't know why that is, but okay, well, I just have to live with it. I think it may be because I doubled up my whole thing here, because I prepared the expansion too. Okay, well, I don't know how to fix this, but yeah, let's just roll. We have the Quaxley, we got even more Slowbro, and then I have a Bayleaf, a Curlia. That seems to be about it. Two new sleep styles, won't complain. Although at this point on my primary account, it's been a long time since we had any more sleep style dex goals. Rumor has it there is a new area coming in October, which is in around 2 to 3, 4 weeks from now. That could be interesting. I think whatever the next sleep style dex goal is, and the one after that, I should be able to just crush it. Unless it's some major leg up for what that number will be. I think we did some conversations about this in the nirtheart Discord not too long ago, and if I'm not mistaken, the next goal should be like 350 or something like this, and that the last goal was 290, 340. I don't know. We'll just have to see. I think at this point in time I'm around 400, so I should way overshoot it. Especially with all these recent Pokemon introductions, there have been so many new Pokemon since May that it's just really stretching that sleep dex, which is kind of good for me. So yeah. Overall this session, I'm not quite sure which Pokemon I should go for. I'm also in a biscuit drought. We can see we got 10,000 Dream Shards, which is nice, in addition to those two new sleep styles, so the total will be higher. And then now that I'm rank 60, I'm max rank again, let's go. Got 6,000 research XP that will also be converted. So there's a lot of dream shards, and I'll take those because investing Pokemon when we're getting close to level 60 is ridiculously expensive. And that was around 70 mains too, which is nice. Got a hungry Curlia and a hungry Bayleaf. Hungry Jigglypuff, what's up with the second? What is up with all the second stage evolutions? I think for sure I'm going to go for the Slowbro here just because that is the thing I've been doing recently. And we got a mega hit. Did we get a mega hit on the Slowbro the other day too? Something like this happened on one of the accounts and I can't remember which one. I don't think it was the free to play. So yeah, I'm not interested in catching the Curlia. The reason is I am going to go on a long hunt eventually for Ralts. And one of the reasons for that, I don't like to talk about this in the YouTube videos just because, you know, Mega Evolutions is a possibility, but there has been no hints whatsoever about it. I just have an inkling that, you know, with the ZA games coming up, and if you look at the total number of Pokemon in Pokemon Sleep that has a Mega Evolution, then it just seems like the obvious thing to add at some point in the game. And if Ralts can evolve into 2 Pokemon that has Mega Evolutions, big tangent. Anyway, the overall point here is if I go deep into the Ralts hunt, I can get past friendship level 10, potentially even friendship level 40, and really look at some pristine skills for the Gardevoir and Gallade. So yeah, should I catch another Pokemon here on this field? Yeah, I know I have friendship level 23 on the Jigglypuff. Don't judge me. This was like way early on. Like I was so early on the Energy for Everyone bandwagon that it was not even a bandwagon yet. Everyone was telling me I was stupid. Well, look at me now with my desperate attempt to just get a single viable Energy for Everyone Pokemon that I caught every Igglybuff, every Jigglypuff, and every Eevee I could get my hands on. And I eventually found 2 pretty good contestants, so with that I'm pretty satisfied. And then, yeah, doesn't look too shabby here with the rest. Bayleaf 2, this biscuit drought is killing me. I have not gotten any bundles in many months, it feels. So yeah, we got a Slowbro yet again to review. So maybe into tomorrow, I get another shot at encountering Suicune. Now, the sweet spot here, I think around 130 million Drowsy is when you get to encounter potentially that 2-star Suicune. I think I should be around 1.5 mil Snorlax currently, which means I surpass it by a decent margin. So hopefully into tomorrow, by now I'm able to buy a new incense and do all that stuff, then that could be cool. So I'm very confused by this. I don't remember. It must be the free-to-play account. One of these accounts has the Suicune incense, I know, and there was no Suicune here, so I don't understand what's going on. Okay, the overall best candy by far, I think. I got Brovinnie on my list. I know he really wants the slow bro candy, so I'm gonna be a bro and send the slow bro. So yeah, there you go. And 74 mains, not bad. On the free-to-play account, I seem to be getting around 50 mains every day, so it's not a huge difference, but I mean, 50% is kind of a lot still. All right, we got the Slowbro. I should put Slowbro up in the widget, shouldn't I? I was about to type widget. That won't work. Naughty Nature. I don't remember this one. Let's see it, everyone. We got tail, not double tails. That's awful on the Slowbro, unfortunately. So whatever else is going on here, it's not gonna cut it. Helping bonus, helping speed, inventory, but it's got main skill chance down. I will never. Here we go. It's a skill specialist. It's super detrimental with that naughty nature. So that's it for the Slowbro. Now, I have a little bit of an announcement here to make in this video, and particularly if you are a member of the nirtheart Discord. I don't have a screenshot or anything of this, but I have made a new text channel in the nirtheart Discord in the Pokemon Sleep category called not Rate My Mon, but YouTube My Mon. And if you would like for a chance for me to review, discuss your Pokemon, your specific Pokemon with the nature, sub-skills, ingredient list, level, just all of it, you can post a screenshot of your Pokemon in that chat. Now, if you post pictures in the Rate My Mon chat, I will not, under any circumstance, review those. That's just so that you won't have to think about that one like you you interact in the server. So specifically in the YouTube My Mon text channel, if you put a screenshot in there, then you have a chance for me to review it. Now, I won't be able to do this today or tomorrow, but I'm thinking Saturday and Sunday, I could potentially just pump out a couple videos in that style and see how you guys like it, because this updated widget here is really cool. Like, I can't believe it. I got some help from RaenonX and his Discord with the formula for the level impact on the frequency. And then Sia in the RaenonX Discord too, she helped me figure out my miscalculations because I was not like exactly on the dot with my calculations, even though they were very, very, very close. And that just crossed the goal line, and now this thing works. Some of you have been requesting me to do this from the start. Like, I want to see you put in the sub skills and all the numbers get adjusted, all that stuff. So it works. So this tool can be used to review some of your Pokemon, and I'm sure a lot of you would be very interested in that. So this is the announcement. If you want to do that, hop into the nirtheart Discord. In the Pokemon Sleep category, there's a chat called YouTube My Mon. And the other tidbit here, which is something I haven't set up here, but I'm going to do this weekend, is I'm also going to cast the current state of my website as we talk about these Pokemon. And one of the benefits of that is I have extensive tables on the average values of the ingredient lists. And that for me is a very interesting topic. And I think it's going to be the same for a lot of you guys. So in a sense, on this channel now we have the daily sleep research on my primary account. That's number one. We have the free-to-play account. And then what I'm now introducing is a third series called I Review Your Pokemon. So if that sounds interesting to you, you can hop on over there and start spamming your Pokemon in the rate my YouTubes. Now, I will, to an extent, try to choose a couple Pokemon per member, at least for now. So maybe 3 Pokemon for now could be a good like estimation as for what you should put in there, but let's just test it out and see how it works. So yeah, that was my announcement. Now, we didn't really get a lot with that Slowbro. It was so bad, in fact, I just named it blank. And that is just my signal that when I go back in my box, that's just an instant release. And just to showcase this, I'm thinking in this video, we should make use of the expansion here. So I'm going to pop into my bag. You won't see this, but I will put the details from this Slowbro into the Hopes and Dreams simulator. Today the dreams got crushed. Okay, so this Slowbro is level 19. And to an extent, I don't really care much about the skill at level 75 and level 100. So I will only plot in the 3 first. Now, on top of that, helping bonus shouldn't be put into this calculator right here because the frequency, even on the game here, on the Pokemon summary page, helping bonus is not accounted for. So learned that recently too. But we have helping speed M, which is nice. And then we have inventory L. We have 0 hours and not the rash nature, but we have naughty. And that is a big problem for us because while it makes the Slowbro faster, you can see the effect here on that skill rate. So we can bring out the trusty old cursor here, the pointer. The base rate that Slowbro has is 6.8%, which is massive. That's huge for a skill specialist, especially with this skill right here, which is a healing skill. You can see that currently at main skill level 6, every trigger, one random Pokemon where the least energized is more likely to be hit, around 50%, something like this, will get healed 50% energy, which is huge. Though, if you compare it to energy for everyone, it's still not up to par, all things considered. So it's not a top tier healer, but it is a strong healer and a strong skill specialist overall, which coincidentally also can like farm some tails for you. 19% is not huge. But yeah, you can just see the 5.44% with that awful nature. To experiment here, this is the Hopes and Dreams simulator. In this case, our dreams are crushed and we'll never resurrect. I don't know what word I was looking for, but that was not the one. skill trigger M. No, actually, let's do it the other way. If we just put this to docile, which is neutral, you can see the skill rate is 6.8%. Now, if we just add, let's say, the careful nature here, which to an extent Slowbro does not like too much, maybe sassy. There we go. Sassy is a decent nature. You can see that not only do we not have some big negative effect here, but that 1.2 multiplier makes 6.8 on the skill rate and 8.16. Now the holy grail here is if you can find the helping speed M in addition to the skill trigger M. It's a huge difference. So we, at the negative nature here, was sitting at 5.44. And then if you just flip that nature and you find the skill trigger M, you're almost at double. The last thing remaining here is the skill trigger S. And it's as big as this multiplier can be. And the exact number for that is 1.848. And that brings us to 12.5%. These stacking traits for the specialty is super important. So for ingredient specialists, you really want ingredient up. And for skill specialists, which Slowbro is, you really want those skill triggers stacking. The sub-skills are additive to this base rate, so you don't multiply them. But the nature is a multiplier. There's some weird math in there, but essentially the big influence of the traits is skill trigger M and main skill chance up nature. That's the biggest bulk of the whole thing. And then if you get that skill trigger S or helping speed M in addition, it's just like super good. I think potentially also we could do this exact same example, but I know that some of you like to find an ingredient focused Slowbro. Although I don't really recommend it, it could be an interesting Pokemon to just have a look at. So at that point, I do think we should zero out the speed here, get back to over an hour, super slow. And then we go back here and maybe we also zero out just all the sub skills. You can see here with the ingredient rate being 19.5%. If we, for example, look for the rash nature, that would not be a good thing for Slowbro since it is a skill specialist, but maybe the mild nature. And at that point, we see that the ingredient rate goes from 19.5% to 23.5%. That's a huge increase. And then if you add the ingredient finder M as well, you jump up to 30%. You also add in that ingredient finder S, 36%. So starting at around 18% and getting to around 36% roughly is a doubling. And this is to an extent where you see the raw power of stacking these traits like this, and why to begin with it's really important to hold on to the specialty. Because let's say now we swap out the Slowbro in this example with Gengar. Gengar goes from 16% in the ingredient rate to 30%. That's a huge difference in the volumes produced here. So for example, if you were just funny, which a lot of us tend to be in this game, and you go for that berry finding instead, and maybe, well, it does have a little bit of speed, you know, and since you have the berry finding, you kind of need that inventory too, and yeah, the nature is what it is, but at that point, you're missing out 10% on this rate, which is, practically speaking, a 50% reduction in the amount of ingredients you get overall compared to that 30, you know? So this is where you see an example where, as an ingredient specialist, once you start playing around with some of these sub skills, you can really have a negative impact on the rate that should be the primary focus for some of these. Now, Gengar is a weird example too because it's so fast. 30 minutes compared to that hour of Slowbro makes it so that, well, if comparatively, you can essentially get this 20% twice as many times as on the Slowbro's 40%. So numbers like this get a little bit funny, and so I think we should hop back into the game and just bin the Slowbro. We have already declared that it is useless. It is the wrong ingredient list. It has main skill chance down, which is very detrimental. And it also did not have any, like, okay, helping bonus and speed is great, but it's not enough to rescue that. So I have been running the Sylveon on the team here all day, every day. I probably should have switched it out at some point. I'm pretty sure my whole team here now is at 150%. At least they should. So my Sylveon's pretty strong, and thankfully haven't had any bad days in a while. Sometimes it's just like 2 or 3 triggers per day, and that always really sucks. So yeah, 130 across the board. Altaria is going to be at 150 because it's also healing itself, and this Walrein waking up tomorrow is going to be level 60. That's going to be huge. I've been working on this Walrein for a long time. January 8th, and I've had it on the team for 1,000 hours. I mostly run a lot of ingredient specialist teams, so that's partially why it's not higher, but 1,000 is still respectable, so I think with the candies too, at least in the free-to-play account, I'm getting a lot of handy candy, but here in the primary, looking pretty dry in terms of the resources. So No Name 2 is going to have a level up, and Raichu far away, and I've started saving up candy here. You can see I don't have really a lot of other evolutions that I'm thinking to put resources into, so just holding on to the Eevee candy to really boost this Sylveon to level 75 as fast as I can. Those 15 levels are going to be way expensive, but whenever it reaches that new height, it's going to be really cool. So I'm thinking in terms of the number of mains that I have, should consider doing another Suicune encounter. I just don't understand what happened. Oh, here you go. I already bought it. I already made it ready for you tomorrow, which is why I'm so confused, because now in the free-to-play, we have a Suicune encounter. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you're interested in this I Review Your Pokemon series, and if you are, drop a screenshot in the correct channel in the nirtheart Discord. So see you around in the next video. Thank you for watching.